Hi guys, my name is Dev and today we will discuss about scope functions in Kotlin. So basically scope functions are a function which executes a block of code within the context of an object. These functions help you to perform operation on an object without repeating its name, which simplifies code and reduces redundancy. Basically there are five types of scope functions available in Kotlin. So let, apply, run, with, and also. So the first question arises why we use scope functions in Kotlin. So basically, scope functions in Kotlin uh, provide more readable code and expressive, and basically they provide a temporary scope. And scope functions uh, are used to null check, and they reduce boilerplate code for null safety. So basically, what are the differences between let, run, apply, also, and with? So we will discuss one by one. So first we will discuss about let function. So the let function is used to perform operation on a nullable object and returns a result. It is often used for null checks for or for chaining the operations or chaining the transformations. Basically, I have written here an example that, that and take and I have taken a name variable that is in a label type. So we have to print that variable. Then I can print and within the scope function, and we will print it by using it context. That it is a object reference basically. So it will return our length of the string, what will be what we will uh, give here. So I have given here Kotlin, so it will return the print. It will return and print the output of the name variable. So basically, when to use our let scope function. So basically, we use it to avoid null pointer exception, and when we need to perform or transform an object and return a result. So we will discuss about apply function. The apply function is used to configure an object. Basically, it returns the same object, making it idle for initializing properties. So suppose we have a button, and we apply text on the button, which will be displayed in the screen. So I have said here, click me on the button text, and each enabled makes the button enabled. And here I have written a message set on click listener. So when we use this button dot text, we will get the output click dot me. So basically, when we use our apply scope function, when we need to initialize or modify an object, then we can use apply scope function in our code. So we will discuss run scope function. The run scope function combines the functionality of let and apply. It executes a block of code and returns the result. So basically, what does it mean? Suppose there is a person class, and we have initialized that class with the name and age. So I have written here Dev and age is 30. So when we want to check the eligibility of that person, Dev, it is eligible for voting system or not. So I have print here. So I have print here name and its age within the scope function of run. So here it will check the condition. If our age will be greater than or equal to 18, then it will return true. Otherwise, it will return false. So basically, when we use run scope function, run scope function is used to perform operation on an object and returns a result. So what is scope? Also scope function. So also scope function is used when you want to perform additional action without performing or without modifying the object. Suppose we have a mutable list which contains the element 1, 2, 3, and we want to add and remove some items. So we want to add 5 fifth and we want to remove the first item. So I have written here its scope within the scope function. It will add to the existing list and it will remove first element. So when we print this number list, so we will get the 2, 3, and 5. So basically, when we use our scope, also scope function. So basically, when we want to perform some side effect, logging any kind of modifying array on the additional object, then we can use also scope function. So, so in the last, we will discuss about bit scope function. The bit scope function is used to operate on an object directly. It is often used for grouping operation on an object. So suppose we want, so suppose we have a setting screen and we want to return that setting screens object. So we have declared a setting screen and created the object of the that setting screen, and we have passed the setting screen setting object with the with scope function, and here we have enable dark mode and set language. So when we want to use this setting screen and we want to print the which language we are set here, so we will get the, our English scope function. So when we use with scope function, with scope function is basically used when we have multiple operation to perform on a single object on a single object. So basically, what makes difference all of them? So, basically, the object reference and return results make the difference between them. So let and also uses it object reference and and rest of all run apply and with scope function uses this scope object references and let and run run and bit return the lambda result and apply and bit returns the object itself. This is all about scope function.